What's up, you guys? It's PhiDX. I got an awesome question on stream today, so we're recording it live right now. Why is it that online Tekken is a different game than offline Tekken? It's literally a different game. I'm not saying like skill or people getting carried or lag. I'm talking about it's literally a different game, and let me explain. So there are a few conditions for you to understand this, but I just want to show you the situation that this is all based on. When Kazuya does a forward 4, like this, right? Kazuya does forward 4. I'm forced into crouch as Xiao Yu, right? I'm not standing, I'm crouching. And that limits my options. If I'm crouching, I can only sidestep to the left. I can only sidestep up, right? By tapping up. And the reason is, if I try to tap down, I just keep holding my crouch. Right, watch what happens if I tap a single down. I don't go anywhere. If I try to sidewalk down, I just double tap this, right? So I'm not moving. But I can go left. And the reason is when you're crouching, it's the same input as down. So if I'm crouching, I can't sidestep to the right. That's a core mechanic in the Tekken engine. That's a consequence of them sharing the same input, okay? Why does this matter? Well, on the player 1 side, if I block a forward 4 from Kazuya, as I just showed, I can sidewalk his electric. Because you can sidewalk it to the left. And since sidewalk up is available to me, I get this option. Where this really starts to matter, especially in offline like tournament settings, I can't do this on the player 2 side. If I sidewalk right, the electric hits me because the electric tracks only that direction. Remember though that my only available sidestep is up because I'm stuck crouching. If I try to sidestep to the left, I can't go anywhere. All that happens is I just teabag on accident. Right? So, in offline Tekken, let me write down what I just talked about. So, sidestep down is the same input as crouching. If you're crouching, you can't sidestep down, right? That's what we just showed. So, in some matchups, this creates skewed situations, and this really shows up in offline Tekken. Right? So how is this a problem for online Tekken? In online Tekken, both players can pick the left side. Right? In the beginning of character select, you can pick left or right. How does the game resolve this? Well, what happens is one character is actually on the left side, and the other character is simulated on the right side. And what that means is, when on your screen, this guy, Kazuya, is on the right side. But on his screen, he's like this. So if both players are aware of this mechanic, like they've played offline Tekken, they understand that you are trapped, right? So in this specific situation, on 2P, defender is trapped and can't sidestep after forward 4, right? They understand that this is a trap. You can't try to sidestep here. So, listing again the next part. In online, both players pick left. One of them is simulated on the other side. So this creates a situation where the defender can do what we call like an impossible sidestep, okay? This is the core problem. This is the core problem. I'm going to really highlight this. I know there's a lot of text on the screen. Let me just close it up here. Right? The key part is what's between these two lines. You can get an impossible sidestep because on my screen as Xiao Yu, I block this and I walk to the left. See that? On his screen, he's going to see this. He's going to see this and then a sidewalk this way, which should have been impossible, right? He's going to see this and then this, which makes no logical sense based on the Tekken rules we just described. Sidestep down is the same as crouching. If you're crouching, you can't sidestep down. This is why the game is truly different online versus offline. Characters that you think should be locked down and unable to move can pull off impossible movements. Literally, like if you sat at the same console, it would be impossible. Now, people in chat have helpfully mentioned that this is technically possible with different control schemes, because if you play on, say, a hitbox or a cross-up, like here, you can crouch cancel, as in get out of the crouch by tapping up really quickly and then inputting the sidestep. So what that would look like in input form, if you look at the input display on the left here, is, let me swap sides. Wait, I'm trolling. I'm absolutely trolling. So you block this, they would tap up briefly to get out of crouch, and then tap down to sidestep. So I'm simulating this with this controller by tapping up on the D-pad and down on the analog stick. And it's hard to do. It's easier to do on those other controllers. But that is the only real way a player would circumvent this forced crouch situation in Tekken. And to be honest, Tekken is so complicated that people aren't really doing this even at the highest levels of play. But at the highest levels of play online, this is a noticeable effect. So this isn't really a big deal in 99% of matches. But in some matches like the Mishimas, where you're trying to trap them, where you care about what side they're on, so that you can deny them the chance to sidestep your electric, this really matters. So this isn't to say online players are carried, offline players are, you know, legit. It's more to say that the game is truly different. And as you get better and better, especially if you start entering tournaments, you'll have to account for this. And it's kind of a fascinating problem that Tekken is new to. This came up in Tekken 7, where you could first select your side, left or right. And so far, it hasn't been a big enough problem. But now that Tekken 8 has grown so much, maybe there's a chance this becomes like meta breaking, right? Maybe this becomes a chance where, or a situation where online tournaments have to enforce a player 1 or player 2 side. It's exciting. It's an interesting problem to solve that's just been kind of shoved away because we haven't really hit that skill ceiling yet in Tekken's community. But I think it's an interesting problem. Let me know if you think so too in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this kind of video. I like to cover Tekken mechanics and maybe how we can like work around them or just be more informed about how the engine works. So let me know if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.